Hi, everybody. It's happy hour time. It's Friday. Get them winners afloat. We don't have a massive slate of games going here today, but hey, we'll definitely get to that slate of action. And better yet, it's Friday here, so it's free for all Friday. All the games that we're gonna check out come from you. So hey, it's that time that normally we get to pick out the gamers, and we pick out the games, the segments that we want to cover. Well, this is the spot that you tell us what games you want us to cover. Team A versus Team B in the chat with the point spread, and we'll cover whichever ones you want in the chat. And because we're just kicking off this new, we'll just go through the slate as we go along here and still check it out. So we'll probably end up covering most of these games on the slate, giving an opinion either way on all of them. But as usual, we'll say hi to the cappers, and then we'll get right to it. How are you guys doing? It's the 3 R's again. It's becoming the regular. Maybe we might have to be the happy hour to the 3 R's or something. So, anyways, but good to see Ron and Ramon. How you doing, Ron?
I'm good. The 3 Ramigos we're going to be calling from now on. Yeah, good night last night. The NHL Slapshot killed it with the Golden Knights. Had to hang on there late, make sure Jersey didn't tie it up, but that one won. And then a big winner with the Dallas Mavericks on the 3-point play. So, yeah, good night. And hit the Juventus in soccer today. So, good start to the day.
And how about you, Ron? How you doing?
I was hoping we could think of a better name for the 3 R's, but 2-1. Well, Ron's a creative one. So 2-1 in NBA, 2-1 in NHL. I'm ready for the Super Bowl. Let's go. It's Friday, and I can't wait. I guess we have to wait another day or two, but that's okay. Well worth it. I think hopefully it will be great as it looks. I saw one book they reported today, not a pretty big book, the ESPN bet book went to Pick'em. Will the other books follow?
Possible, definitely possible. We knew it was on the move yesterday, so definitely possible it could move. And as we've talked behind the scenes as well. Will this flip to someone being the doggy dog? Well, it's definitely possible the way this is looking. I think by kickoff, it might be that way in those ones. So, definitely, I'm excited.
I'll take Team B, Ron. I'll take Team B.
Okay, I'll take Team A.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute. I might want.
Rod, you get the point spread. Yep.
All right.
All right, so let's just head right into it. We'll go right into the NBA. We got the 7-game card here in the NBA. So we'll kick it off with we'll look at all the 7 and the we will just do these first. Let's just do the 7:00 ones. San Antonio taking on Charlotte. Spurs favored by 10 in that matchup. Cavs heading into Washington. Cavs favored 17.5 in that matchup. Hasn't moved a whole lot there. Let's just check the injury report on those games. We'll see what we got. Charlotte, still some game time decisions there. Ball, game time decision. Connect, game time decision. Nurkic, game time decision there for Charlotte in that matchup. Looking at Washington, Holmes out, Champagne out. You look at Sadiq Bey, or actually those guys at Brogdon and Champagne are game time decision. Holmes, game time decision. You look at Sadiq Bey out, AJ Johnson out, Jones out, Cam Middleton. Well, we know he came over in the swap. He's definitely not playing in this one. On the other side, for the Cavs, DeAndre Hunter definitely came over from Atlanta. Not going to play in this one. Merrill out, Okuru out, Travers out, Wade out. We knew that there. So hang on over to these two. What do you think in these two? We'll go with Ron first. What do you think, Ron?
You know what I mean? All right. Yeah. With all the trade deadline stuff, it's really tough. I'm waiting a couple of days on these, but I'm going to look at the Cavaliers. I think 17 is an easy number. I think they win by 20 there. And, Charlotte's still a great home dog, but, with everybody out, if Man's out, I really don't like that. So I'm probably going to look at the over in that one. I don't think there's any defense being played either way. So give me the over in that one.
And hanging over to Ramon. What do you think of those two, Ramon?
Yeah, I'll go to the other game for the total and look at Cleveland and Washington. Washington They're the hottest team in the league, 3 straight wins for Washington. What, break them up? I don't know if that's going to help them score a bunch of points, but it better. I'll end up going the over in this one. Washington over in 5 of their last 6. Kind of correlates with their little mini 3-game winning streak. This is about as good as it comes for Washington right now. And with Cleveland rolling in, they won't have any trouble, I don't think, scoring. Rod, Cleveland's been the over team, obviously, this season. 30-16 to the over is a favorite. 15-7 to the over on the road. Throw that in with the fact that Washington's gone over in 5 of their list. Their 6 home games. Usually when they don't help get those overs, it's on their end. But if they're playing well enough, give me the over. I know we're talking about a monster number here at 240. I don't think I can sell that pick, but I'll bet it. Give me the over.
And for me on these two, you know what? I think you take both dogs, and I bet you come out ahead. Actually, I think both dogs keep this close. I like Charlotte at home here in this one, plus the 10. I think you got the better number a little bit earlier this morning. But down to 10, I still like it. I think the Hornets keep it close there with the Spurs. And then Washington, as we said, look at Washington. They've been rolling right along. Hey, give me 17. I have to lean to Washington plus the 17.5 in that matchup. All right, moving on. Let's just finish off the NBA slate. We'll go with we got the Heat heading into Brooklyn. We got the Heat laying 5.5 in that matchup. Total 210.5 there. We got the Bucks heading into Atlanta. Bucks 5.5 in that matchup. That hasn't moved all morning. Totals up at 242.5 there in that matchup. We've got Philadelphia heading into Detroit with a little bit line that's at 4.5 for the 76ers in that matchup. And then we got Toronto heading into OKC. We got OKC still laying 19 in that matchup. Total 228. And then the last one to end off the night, we got Utah heading into Phoenix. Phoenix minus 8.5 in that matchup. Was 9, come down to 8.5 there. Total 232.5 in that matchup. Let's check the injury reports in these ones. Then you look, still the big news, as I said in the morning, no Cade Cunningham, still game time decision there in that matchup. Beasley and Harris looks like most likely in for Detroit. Philadelphia, as was mentioned in the morning show, the big 3 going to play all together there in that one for the 76ers. For Atlanta, we still got no LeVert, no Man, no Niang in that one. Trae Young, most likely he's playing in that matchup. For the Bucks, Giannis still game time decision. I think he sits in that one, to be honest. No Kuzma, no Sims, no Conahey for the Bucks in that one. So definitely still a bunch of question marks. Looks like Lillard is going to play. Lopez going to play for the Bucks in that one. So definitely a bunch of question marks still for the Bucks. Looking at the Phoenix taking on the Jazz, looks like Kevin Durant game time decision. He might be ready to go. Bradley Beal game time decision for the Suns in that matchup as well. No Martin, no Micic from the trade yet in that matchup. For the Jazz, no Clarkson, no Martin, no Sexton in for the Jazz. OKC, no Jiang, no Mitchell, no Wallace. For Toronto, RJ Barrett's still out. Ingram, who they got in the trade, definitely not ready to go there in that one for the Raptors. On the Brooklyn side of things, Bogdanovich, Clowney, Lewis, Cam Thomas still out. For the Heat, Highsmith going to be in. You look, Kevin Love, game time decision there, out. Anderson, Mitchell, Stevens, Wiggins for the Heat. In those ones, heading on over to Ron, what do you think in those 5 NBA games?
Now, I'm going to give you my spreadsheet play of the day. It's already posted out there on Twitter world. So you take the Atlanta Hawks. I got 7 this morning, so I think you can get still a good number, maybe 5.5, 6 there. So take the Atlanta Hawks. And I'm waiting, like you guys, is Cade Cunningham going to play for Detroit? That's my biggest concern. But if he does, I would take Detroit. And in what world is Phoenix laying points as a home favorite? I can't do it. I don't care who's playing for Utah. I'm going to take the Jazz in that one.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think of those 5, Ramon?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the total with Miami and Brooklyn. My chat today told me under, and I just better believe them here at this point. All the trends seem to fit in with that as well. We've been making quite a bit of money with Brooklyn unders here of late, for sure. They've gone under in 8 of their last 10. Also, Miami's gone under in 8 of their last 10 games on the road. They trend over at home, but under on the road. Throw that in with the fact that this series history also has been a pretty steady under. 6 of the last 7 meetings here in Brooklyn have gone under. I'm going to go with the under here. Pretty low number considering what all these other NBA games have, 210.5. But I've got the under, Rod, with Miami and Brooklyn.
And for me, looking at these ones, I like Atlanta plus the 5.5 here in that one. As I said, look at all those question marks for who's going to play in the Bucks. I don't think they're looking like they got a whole lot of interest in this game. I think with Trae Young going in that one, I like Atlanta plus the 5.5 as the home dog there in that matchup. It's just I've seen a number 2 is the Bucks off a couple of road games. In that third road game, they don't fare so well. So third road game that I've seen for this Bucks team, I like the Atlanta Hawks as the home dog in that matchup here Friday night. And then, you know, if Cade Cunningham's in, I like Detroit and the Pistons plus the 4.5 in that one matchup. Yeah. And I also like the over. I think we see some points. Either way, I think we see some points in that game. 228.5. It's too light. Give me the over in that one. I think it's a run and gun type game, especially with the big 3 going for the 76ers. We'll be able to see some higher scoring ones in that one. And I really do, as we've seen, Cunningham was in the shoot around, so kind of expect him to play in that matchup there tonight. So, yeah, give me the over 228 in that matchup. All right, that wraps up the smallest slate of NBA, smallest slate today. But don't worry, it makes up for what we got going tomorrow in the college basketball slate. Makes up for this little small slate. There's some pretty good games here tonight, though, in this 7-card slate going tonight. Yep, 7 games in the college basketball. So we'll head on over to the college basketball action. Let's do the just the 7 p.m. Eastern games. We'll start off with Princeton taking on Pennsylvania. Princeton favored by 8 in that one. USC heading into Purdue. Purdue favored by 13.5 in that matchup. And then VCU heading into Dayton. VCU down to a 1-point favorite in that matchup. What do you think of those 3, Ron?
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that VCU Dayton. But I don't have a pick on it, but I kind of lean to VCU there. But I'm looking at Purdue. Man, they just keep pounding these overs, man. You got USC on the road, 5-1 to the over. And Purdue at home, we know they score a lot of points, 9-3 to the over. So I'm going to look at the over in that one. I'm going to look at the Penn Quakers at home. You know, Princeton's only winning on the road by an average of 3 points per game. And Penn is outscoring that number. It's like 77-75 at home to Princeton's road. And they're only losing by about 4 points a game. So I see a 4 to 5 point game, not a 7.5. So I'm going to take the home dog with Penn.
And how about you, Ramon? What do you think in those early slate of games in the college basketball action?
All right. Well, Ron wasn't quite ready on the VCU Dayton game. I'll go there and maybe look at the total. I'd love to look at the side. I've got a premium on the side, man. Dayton's won 29 of their last 30 at home. VCU kind of owns Dayton and is red hot. So it's going to what's going to happen? I've got a premium. So let me go to the total, Ron, and I'll take the under in this matchup. 4 of the last 5 between these two have gone under, and I think with such a hot matchup tonight, I just have to gravitate to the under in this one. Maybe the teams trend over respectively this season, but I've got this one as the game of the night here. Yeah, I know St. John's Connecticut game coming up, but this one sounds pretty awesome. VCU and Dayton. Give me the under, Ron, in this one. Currently at 139.
And for me in this slate of games, this early ones, VCU, I went back and forth. I kind of, as I said in the morning, I kind of lean to VCU. I just like what they do. They out-route rebound teams. And defensively, I think they are the better team than what Dayton is defensively. When it comes to free throw shooting, almost identical. VCU hitting, 72% of their free throws. Dayton hitting 73%. So pretty much even there, but for me, the big rebound, the difference is VCU is going to win the battle on the offensive glass, and that's huge. When you get those second chance points, I think VCU capitalizes on those second chance points, and I only got to lay 1. I don't think I need the one. I would just lay the money line with VCU in that matchup for me there. And then the one I look at here is give me USC plus the boatload of points. Both these teams definitely have been shooting the ball, so I like Ron steady the over in this one. Both teams can score. USC hitting 48% of their field goals, which is equated to about 77 points a game, while Purdue's hitting 50% of their field goals, and they're scoring about 78 points a game. You look at Purdue; they're slightly better defensively, but really not a big, massive difference. Defending the three, Purdue's defending the three to about a 31%, while USC's defending the three at about 32%. So it's pretty close. Like you look at the numbers, turnovers wise, almost dead even. Rebounding, almost dead even. Rebounds 29-30. So this is more of a coin flip price. So this price at the number, it's such a weird line for me. I think maybe because USC has to travel so far, but either way, you got to take USC plus the points in that matchup. All right, heading on to the we'll do the last four that's going on. We got St. John's heading into UConn. That opened at like 2.5, and up to 4 for UConn in that matchup. We got St. Louis heading into St. Joe's. Rematch of that one from St. Louis whooping St. Joe's earlier by 20 plus. Earlier, now St. Joe's favored by 6.5 in that matchup. We got San Jose State heading into Boise. San Jose State, the big dog, 14.5 in that matchup. And then we got Utah State heading into Fresno State. Fresno, big home dog, 12.5 in that matchup. Heading on over to Ron. What are you thinking those four, Ron?
Yeah, first I'll give you a spreadsheet play of the day. That's St. Louis Billikens. I got 6 on that one. So take that one. I got a premium on the St. John's Connecticut, so you can get that at Tony's Picks right now. I'm going to look at San Jose State. I think it's too many points for Boise. Give me the plus 14.5. I got a good free throw shooting team. Going to keep a minute. And I got a good defense here as well. It just seems like too many points, or maybe I'm missing something. But give me San Jose State plus the 14.5.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think of those 4 college basketball games, Ramon?
I don't think Ron's missing anything, right? The San Jose, 17-4 against the spread this year, 8-1-1 against the spread on the road. But I'll go to the next game there with Utah State and Fresno. Utah State hasn't been great at covering numbers, but they're much better than Fresno here. I'm going to end up laying it here, Ron. It's a double-digit spread, but at 12.5 right now. I've got Utah State knockout Boise. I can't sell you on any trends. Boise is actually Fresno, Utah State, Fresno. You know what I'm talking about. But Fresno has covered some numbers, but I just don't like them in this matchup with hot Utah State. Obviously, a bit overrated every time, but they're in such a groove right now. Just 3 losses on the season, one of just a handful of teams with an outstanding overall record. I'm going to take the Aggies on the road, lay 12.5.
Well, you're braver than I am. I'm going the other way on that one. I like Fresno there in that matchup. You're going to give me 12.5 with the home dog. I'm going to take the 12.5 with the home dog, the Bulldogs. As you stated, they've been solid. It's covering these numbers. Utah State is as a favorite this season. 6-11 ATS is a favorite this season. So, Utah State's been rolling along, winning games, but not covering those games. Especially this big, giant number on the road is a scary proposition for me. You look at this Fresno State team also. When they get up against these teams, how many losses did you say Utah State had? 3? Yeah. So that means they're winning well over 80% of their games. But guess what? Fresno State's done ATS-wise against those teams that have won 80% of their games this year. 2-0 ATS. They get up for these games. The Bulldogs and company, they're going to be up. That home crowd's going to be a rocket in there tonight. Give me Fresno and the Bulldogs plus the 12.5 in that matchup. And then the other one I like here, I'm going to go to the first half. I wish I could bet it because this would definitely be a premium for me here in this one. You look at what UConn's done all season long at home in the first half, lost. There are 0-10 ATS in the first half. Is this UConn team? And I'm going to continue to ride against them. You're going to give me St. John's plus the 2 in the first half? I'm going to take it. Take St. John's plus the 2 in the first half as the UConn Huskies continue to fail to cover in the first half, and their slow starts. Maybe they come flying out in the second half, but in that first half, they've always come out and laid an egg. So I'm going to take them to lay another egg. Give me St. John's plus the 2 in the first half in that matchup. All righty. skating on over onto the ice. We'll see how many games we got going over there. A few games on the slate tonight on the NHL. We'll start with, we've got 5 games going. So we'll kick off the, let's see, we'll split it up into, we'll do the first 3. We'll go with Pittsburgh taking on the New York Rangers, the Islanders taking on the Winnipeg Jets, and Nashville heading into Chicago. What do you think? We'll go to the other end. We'll start with Ramon in those 3 NHL games.
Yeah, sure thing, Rod. I'm going to try to take the Blackhawks here. I'll try them on the puck line here. I think I'm minus $1.50 or so. Look, Blackhawks still getting puck lines no matter how you look at it. They seem to hang in there in these games. And Nashville, they're bad again, right? They peaked up there a little bit like they were going to try to be what we were expecting from Nashville, and right back to losing their way. I don't know what the Sharps keep thinking about Nashville and hitting them here. I guess they're not hitting them too heavy, but I don't know. They're still a $2 favor. Actually, mine did move just a little bit in the Blackhawks' favor, so someone's got to be taking a little bit on the Blackhawks. I would imagine it's more Sharp bettors than not, so I'll take the Blackhawks here, Rod, as my pick on the puck line. You got to figure this one probably going to go 3-2.
Definitely. Kind of agree with you on that one. Heading on over to Ron. What do you think of those 3, Ron?
Yeah, I don't trust Pittsburgh. 9-19 on the road this year. I think a Rangers good smash spot here. Probably going to have to get in regulation or -1. Where's my man Ninos? He can tell you the 1 line there. So I would look at the Rangers. You can lay the puck line, I guess, on that one. But I don't trust Pittsburgh. And I agree, Ramon. I think it's just too much for Chicago on that +1.5. I'm going to take a shot with them outright. I'm going to go big here. Go big or go home, right? Is that what they say? So I don't trust Nashville at home or on the road. So, give me the Blackhawks on the money line in that one. It looks like Stamkos is our birthday guy there, Rod, +165.
Yeah, exactly right. So you got to see some goals, and I think we do see a few goals in that game. I like Stamkos. There was 2 in that game, I believe. It's Stamkos' birthday, and it's also Riley's birthday on Nashville in that one. And we went with Stamkos because we figured he's. I like Stamkos a little better than Riley. Stamkos plays in the power play. He'll have way more ice time than what Riley's going to have, and probably have more snipes. So Stamkos due for a sniper in that one. But I agree with the puck-and-a-half. That one be a closer game than people think. Nashville hasn't been blowing teams out at all. But what we have seen is these big giant favorites have been coming in. But they've been 1-goal games, close games. It's when I start seeing -200s, it's like it's that time of the NHL season where we're going to start seeing more of these big giant favorites as we start to see that complete separation between teams. But when I'm looking at here, look at this Islanders taking on the Winnipeg Jets. Talk about 2 teams that are hot. You look at the Islanders team, and Sorokin in goal. Sorokin with 7 straight wins has pulled that Islanders team from out of a playoff spot to right into a playoff contention with the way he's been playing. 1.18 goals against average over those 7 games too. So it's the reason why the Islanders are 8-2 in their last 10. But the Winnipeg Jets, 8-2 in their last 10 as well. I love the under 5.5 in this one. Hellebuck, Sorokin dueling it out. I think it's the first of 2 wins that game. I don't know if you can get a puck line. The Jets have covered the puck line in, I believe, 7 straight games. So they've been hot, and they're back on that defensive stretch where they're holding teams to 2 goals or less. So love the under 5.5 in that one. And, Pittsburgh on the road, I'm expecting before the deadline that Pittsburgh team are sellers, and we see some guys go this way, go that way, and go this way. Problem is some of those contracts are pretty big and tough to unload, but I do think Pittsburgh is a seller at the deadline, and the Rangers will be buyers as they're starting to turn things in the right direction and head towards that playoff spot. So give me the Rangers on the puck line in that one. Not worried about -1. Give me the Rangers on the puck line there. Shesterkin versus who is it? Who's in goal there? We got
Nedeljkovic.
Nedeljkovic, right? First half of back-to-back also for the Penguins there. So give me the Rangers there. All right, heading on to the last 2 of the night, probably the 2 best games on the slate. Well, that Islanders game should be pretty good too. But Colorado heading into Edmonton in that matchup. Colorado in the back-to-back after whooping up Calgary. And we got Dallas heading into L.A. 2 good games, I think, here in the late night slate. What do you think in these ones, Ramon?
I got to go to my Kings, Rod. You said wait till they get off that long road trip. Well, they won one, then they won two in a row here now. So back home where they're the best at home this season, having a great year at home, and that's where they're back now. Playing Dallas, no doubt. Dallas kind of owns the Kings a little bit, and we know this looks like a dead solid under the way these two teams are going. So nip and tuck, I'm sure, and close to the best all the way to the finish. I got the Kings to pull this one off, Rod. Keep going at home. Obviously, their record is so stellar at home right now. At Dallas, just 14-11 on the road. I say just. They're a pretty great team, certainly. I'll try my Kings tonight with Riddick. Riddick in goal there also should be noted. Kings playing the back-to-back tonight and tomorrow. So I'll still try them tonight. Take the Kings.
Heading on over to Ron. What do you think of those ones, Ron?
Yeah, I got my slap shot play in that Kings-Dallas game, so you can get that right now at Tony's Picks. But I'm looking at Colorado as a dog on the road. I know it's wedge wall in net, but I think they stay close here. So give me a shot with Colorado.
Well, it's still not Wedgwood confirmed there. Like I said, I think in the video, I wasn't sure who's going to start. You might have to put Blackwood in there because Wedgwood, he's not 100%. So. Yeah. I still even news on the
coming off he was day to day last time.
He was day to day last time, and I was dealing with.
So he's not confirmed, huh?
He was supposed to go last night in Calgary because in the first half of the back to back, but he couldn't, so they put Blackwood in, and no Wedgwood still confirmed in that one for Colorado. So I don't know.
Yeah, he's not confirmed yet. I had him listed, so yeah.
Okay. So that's why I figured too, but. Is he going to play not at 100%? I don't know. Scary proposition there in that matchup for sure. But give me the under. Dallas and the Kings. These two teams play some solid defensive hockey. I'm kind of with Ramon. I like the plus 1.5, but I'm not laying minus 275. I think it's a 1-goal game anyway. You slice it. Chasing a puck line with Dallas, it's not where I want to be. So I would definitely lean to the Kings, but I like the under 5.5 in that matchup as well. And man, I wish I knew if it was Blackwood or Wedgwood. If it's Wedgwood, I'd love the Oilers to whoop it up on Colorado in that one because I know what happens when Wedgwood goes in. He's well known when they face Dallas. They love to put him in there in home games, crowds, and I've definitely got the crowd up in a frenzy. Chad at Wedgwood before, so 6.5 is a lot of goals. Either whoever gets to start Blackwood or Wedgwood. So second half of back-to-back, kind of lean to an under 6.5 there. But as I said, if it's wedgy in there, then I'm taking the Oilers on the puck line. That wraps up the slate of sports action we got going today. That brings us to the parlay section, peripheral section, game tomorrow. Since we're not here back again until Monday here on the happy hour. So we'll leave it up to the capper. What do they like to give to you? And then let us know what bets they've got going over at Tony's Picks. Definitely head on over, scoop up those bets that we're making today. Let's have ourselves a big Super Bowl weekend. Heading on over to Ron. What do you got, Ron?
Yeah, I got the slap shot play tonight going. That's been red hot in NHL altogether this year. So grab that up, and I also got the 3-point play, smashed it with the Dallas Mavericks. You can get that one right now as well. Plus, I got a couple college basketball games up there for sale. So looking at a parlay, we got part 3. If you weren't here for the first two, the first two were the Eagles-Chiefs over second half, 23.5. And yesterday I gave you Mr. Xavier Worthy over 5.5 yards rushing. And today it's going to be Patrick Mahomes over 11.5 yards rushing. So look for him to run out and get a first down to ice that game. So you know which way I'm pulling for that one. So get that right there. And for today's parlay, I'm going to look at I'm going to go with give me the Utah Jazz plus the points. Give me the Rangers on the money line in hockey. And I'm going to go with the Penn Quakers plus 7.5.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you got for us, Ramon?
Yeah, I'm going to go here. I've got to go to the bowl, of course. Come on. Let's go to the bowl with Kansas City. Ron's got it on lockdown, so I don't know if there's nothing else that I could attack on this board. Of course, we know there's plenty, but got a little bit of favorite here, but I can't, with this position, it's tough to get the best price, or I should say a competitive price with this. But I like Harrison Butker over 1.5 field goals at minus $1.50 in the game. I actually think I might look at both players here, even if we make fun of Elliott a little bit. I think maybe the defenses will toughen up closer to the end zone in the game. We might see still good production between the 20s. So I'm going to look to the kicking game a little bit. I'm going to take a 3-teamer here real quick in Unrivaled tonight. Take the Owls minus 8.5, the Lunar Owls over the Phantoms. Also take Rose minus 2.5 over Mist and go under 139.5. 3-teamer right there in Unrivaled women's 3-on-3 basketball. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. I have a real good games tonight, NBA, NHL, and college basketball, of course. Get my plays over there at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off those premium pick packages off a 2-in-1 night in NBA, 2-in-1 in NHL. And I'm ready for the weekend, Rod.
Ready for the weekend. Nice. For me.
Hey, Rod. Rod. Just mentioned in the chat, and it is confirmed, Desmond Claude is out for USC, the guard, 16 points per game. So he is out tonight.
That's why the line is so big.
He was questionable all day. He's out.
Yeah, everybody knew he was out. I knew he was out.
He's out.
There was no big surprise there for me on that one. That's why the line was 13.5. Yeah. Everyone's line's so big. That's why.
Well, there were some questions in the chat whether he was out or not. He is officially.
I must have missed the question, but yes, he is out. I totally did not see it, but yeah, he was out. I could have mentioned that. My bad. Yeah, he was out. I kind of had figured he was out. That's why the line was so big in that situation. For me, we're heading on over. We got a little 3-teamer for you. We're going to take the Atlanta Hawks plus the 5.5. That line hasn't budged all day. And how many bucks are not going to play? Probably quite a few. So give me the Atlanta Hawks plus the 5.5 there in that matchup. I also like the Pistons plus the 4.5 there versus the 76ers. And then take the New York Rangers on the money line there in that matchup. And for me, over Tony's Picks, hey, I got my Super Bowl 3 packets up ready to go there for you. But tonight I've got my NHL sniper play. I got my NBA drop a dime play, or all 2 of those plays are in the Steak Friday package, which has a couple college basketball in there. I've got a couple NBA in there, and then my NHL snipers in there as well. So that's the way to go. Join me for that Steak Friday package, or better yet, grab that 3-day pass. Also get all the plays of the Super Bowl. You got all the plays I got going tonight. Plus all of Saturday's loaded card. We got 14 on the NHL slate. We got, 150-something college basketball going, and a few NBA thrown in there as well. So big slate going forward, and the best way to go is long-term here at Tony's Picks. Take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional as well. Hit the link in the description, head on over, and get aboard long-term because, hey, that way you don't miss out on any of those late steam plays. One of the cappers here, find a play that they like that's past that 11 o'clock window. We get our regular plays in there before 11 p.m. Or 11 a.m. Eastern time in the morning for you. And then we have those late steam plays for our long-term subscribers. So get aboard long-term. That way you get those plays emailed directly to you 10 minutes to 2 hours before game time. We find that play. Hey, we put it in. You get it emailed right to you, and you get aboard with us. That's the way we roll here at Tony's Picks. So come aboard. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Been a great week here on the Happy Hour. Appreciate everybody that tunes into the Happy Hour. It's been a nice week. Definitely got some winners. Definitely had a few losers, but hey, those happen. Let's find some more winners and losers. Everybody got anything to say before we head on out of here and get ready for a big Super Bowl weekend?
Yeah, Malachi Smith's still questionable for Dayton, the guard. I got 2 videos I loaded for SEC play tomorrow, so make sure you check those out. And I guess Rod's getting ready for the big one with Clemson, huh? See a hat on there.
Definitely big one tomorrow with Clemson. So it might be included in my little 3-team parlay video tomorrow. So definitely be on the lookout.
Sneak preview, guys. Look out.
I don't have you. There's good 14 NHL going tomorrow as well. Let me just do a quick little refresh here on the NBA board and see if we got anybody in out here with the Bucks, since they had a whole pile. No, still same guys. Still Giannis game time the decision. Kuzma, Sims, Conahey, still Yeah, still game time decision for those guys. Let's see if I hit the refresh button. Maybe it'll change. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Still those same list of guys are still questionable there in that one. They're going to bring it right down to the wire. Game starts in when? About an hour or so from now. Yeah.
Just get a hand on that Clemson game there, Rod. You do not win at Little John. I'm just going to say it right now. You can't win at Little John. I don't care who you are. We'll see what happens tomorrow, though.
Guess we'll see what happens tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Dookie's coming in. Dookie's coming in.
We'll see. We'll see. That's why they get to play the game. What happens on paper ain't always equated to what happens on the court. All right, everybody. Have yourself a good one, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Have yourself a wonderful Super Bowl weekend. Be safe. Be good. Crush the books. Until we see you again on Monday. Have a good one.
Good luck, guys.